Hey guys, Jason here and welcome to another episode of Driver's Paddock. I'm joined by Luke Lay and behind us is his amazing GR86 time attack build. It's a work in progress, but this guy is an amazing mechanic. He works at XIII Motorsporrs. Check him out. This guy's a master fabricator, the best welder that I know in all of the GTA. So they modify cars, they track prep them. What else do you guys do at XIII Motorsporrs?
We pretty much do everything from start to finish. So we do engine builds, we do setup for cars, we do installation, sell parts, fabrication, pretty much anything cool, we're doing it.
Amazing. Check them out. So Luke, what's been done to your GR86?
So the GR, internally it's all stock for now, but it does have coilovers, brakes, the bolt-on intake header, exhaust, and it also has a Cusco LSD and upgraded final drive.
Amazing. So we're going to be taking it out on track. We're going to be testing out, doing some tuning as well. And at the end, Luke and I will sit down. We'll talk about what we love about the car, what we don't like, and maybe some things that we can do to improve it.
Yeah,
sounds good?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, let's head out on track. of course, right before I'm going to drive Luke's car, I've been waiting for this day, it starts to rain. And it's amazing because Luke actually did a low 136, which is the unofficial record for Gen 1 and Gen 2 BRZs. Eugene Savalov has gone really, really fast in his Gen 1. Same with Giuliano. Brennan Denome has gone really fast in his Gen 2, as well as Joshua Chan. He's also gone really, really fast. And my fastest time is a 137.2 in my personal car. And my personal car has front offset caster top hats, stock damper, has front lower control arm, camber offset bushings, and a rear SPC camber arm, as well as camber bolts front and rear. I also run 245 Square Nankang CRS. And so driving Luke's car has given me a lot of insight in terms of what I want to do with my own car, how I can take it to the next level. And if you don't already know, I bought a second car, a third car actually, and it's actually another Subaru BRZ. And if you look here, you'll see the blue stripe on the chair there, which means yes, I bought a Subaru BRZ TS. And so this one will become sort of more of a time attack car. The white one is going to be sort of my daily. Of course, the M2 is always going to be around, and my wife has a Tesla, so I'm really excited to see how I'm going to transform this car. And again, driving Luke's car has really given me a lot of insight. So before we discuss with him about the mods he's done and what we like and what we don't like, let's take a look at his amazing flying lap. And I know he has way more in him. Let's take a look.
137.41.
Fuzzy balls.
Like, yeah, fuzzy balls. Like literally just us having a conversation basically, right?
With
All right,
fuzzy balls.
with the fuzzy balls. All right, so I just took Luke's GR86 out, and there are so many things that I love about it, and there are a few things that I don't like about it. But Luke, why don't you start? Like, what do you think about the car? First off, by the way, Luke did a 136 what?
I don't know.
Like it was a low 136.
Was it? Was it
almost a 135? His
Are you serious?
I think so. Your optimal is a low 135. Is 135.3. I saw that. I'm like, God damn, this guy's crazy. But anyway, so I mean that speaks volume, right? Like raw performance speaks something, right? But what do you feel?
I feel like the car needs just the suspension set up properly. Overall, everything else feels great. The response of the engine, the diff is working excellent. I like the gearing now. Feels like it just got power out of every corner to exit.
Did you use second at all?
No.
No, so third and
Third and
fourth.
fourth.
That's it.
Third.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Even like the tight section, that tight left-hander after the double apex there in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just third gear, yeah.
Gotcha.
Probably could use second, to be honest.
I think so.
I think it
I
was
tried
oversold.
second. I was like, wow, but then you have to upshift like on the corner exit. So I don't know.
I always upshift mid-corner there. I know
Yeah.
you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
But usually you're going so slow and you can just do a little adjustment, and I
Right.
upshift in the corner.
Right.
Car's usually okay.
So let's talk damping. What did you start with at the beginning of the day, and what did we change it to?
So I started off with basically just one click stiffer on both the compression and the rebound, and I think we're almost at the max of the rebound adjustment as per your advice, and the car definitely feels better, but I don't think there's enough adjustment in the damper to really compensate for what I think is a poor spring rate choice.
Right. So what did you feel in the car that made you feel like, okay, we need a little bit more rebound damping?
The car is like, it just feels like it's riding on the spring. Like it feels like there is no damper attached to the car. You know, the car is bouncing so much that, you know, when you're trying to modulate the throttle, the bouncing of the car is making you, you know, apply the throttle, release the throttle. Same thing under braking. I can't even, it got to a point where I couldn't focus my eyes properly.
Yeah.
Because of the constant bouncing of the car.
Yeah.
And yeah, it got a little bit better, and it actually felt great when I had a passenger with some extra weight, believe it or not.
Right.
And I think that just says more about the spring rate. It's just not the right choice.
Right. What about the smoother parts of the track where there's like some sweepers? Like where on the track was it good?
As long as there's no like high piston speed in the suspension, it feels fine. The diff works great. It's really easy to steer on the throttle, which was not a thing prior to installing that differential. It doesn't really understeer. It's very neutral. Like if you want, if you make it understeer, you're just overdriving the car, I feel like. But the car feels terrific otherwise.
Yeah, I echo that. The car is amazing. It is everything besides the suspension. It's amazing. Like whatever alignment you have on it, the diff is amazing. You can really steer with the throttle. Like you said, it doesn't understeer. The front end is so amazing. Even in the rain, I was able to do a 138. Like,
oh wow,
the front end was amazing. The front end was really, really good. And so it's just about getting the nose in, and then it's all about like if there's no grip, like less throttle, right? If there's grip, you can just kind of blend into it. But it's just this beautiful balance with your right foot, just steering with the right foot, controlling it, and it felt amazing.
It's like telepathic.
I did not expect that from a GR86, and the thing is, like, because it's a 1.5 way, like as soon as you get on the throttle, like the diff is there, like it's there immediately. It's working right away. You can feel it pushes you out of the corner. It felt really, really, really good. So I felt that the lower speed stuff, it was fine. Like it was really good. It would load up, the tires would dig. It was really good. Like your lap time speaks volumes, right? But any of the high speed stuff,
terrible.
Trouble. Yeah, you know, dampers are supposed to slow down the compression, slow down the rebound, and so the car was just super bouncy, right? Even if we you know, cranked up the rebound, it just wasn't enough. So what spring rates are you on right now?
It's 12 and 12.
12. Last year, what were you on?
12 and 14 in the rear.
Yeah. So was it even more bouncy last year?
No, the valving in the shock was different. So I feel like with that spring rate, it was still a little bouncy, but it was way more manageable. Like the car would take the like imperfections in the surface, and it would settle quicker. Yeah. Now it just feels like it's not settling. It feels like that that undulation that the spring is doing just continues well after the surface improves. Exactly.
It doesn't settle. You want suspension to settle in one stroke. Right. Get the tire right back onto the ground. Like we talked about turn 1A, when we hit that curb, like that wheel, we don't know if it's back down. Like it bounces a bit, and then we sort of blend on the throttle. Like there's your 135.
You're missing a lot of time.
Yeah, there's your 135, 134, right? Maybe, right? So what changes do you think you're going to make after today?
100% I'm changing the springs. Okay. So we did change the rear spring because I had a set at the shop. Yeah. But this is literally my first time at DDT this year. And I lied. It's my second time, but the first time I drove it in the dry. Right. In the rain, you're not going fast enough to really pick up on that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely going to change the springs. I think I might almost half the spring rates that I have now. Right. And just see how that feels.
Maybe run like 7 or 8.
Yeah, something a lot more typical from what you see on these 86s. Like I like the dynamics of a high sprung car. Yeah. Just, you know, you want it to turn, it turns. I don't like to wait for like that latency when the car needs to settle. I hear you, yeah. But this is a little overboard. Yeah. It feels great. Like the transitions are great, but if there's any imperfection in the surface, it's a loss. Yeah. It's just shooting you the other way. Yeah.
but it's funny because in the transitions, like it's actually okay. Like
Yeah.
through the,
Yeah.
it's bizarre, but yeah, I think you use so many things that you can try out. But what an amazing car! Thank you so much for letting me drive it.
No problem, man.
If people want to find you, what are your socials? How can they find 13 Motorsports? Where are you guys?
Just stick it in Google, right? It's XIII Motorsports. It's pronounced 13 Motorsports, but it is Roman numerals. You can find us on all your social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We even have a TikTok, believe it or not.
Amazing. I'm going to check all that out.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
thanks again to Luke, and congratulations on an amazing time.
Thank
And
you very much.
I'm so excited to see how this thing develops, man.
Yeah, we'll get you back in the seat again.
Awesome.
For sure.
Sounds good,
Take
buddy.
care. Thank
yeah,
you.
awesome.